Sure. Well, we look at it more like this. The fights themselves are a preparation for these guys to be better soldiers, to be better officers, to be better NCOs. So really, preparing specifically for this event, sure, we do a train up and we add some additional training in, spend time together, build some camaraderie as a team. But really, we look at it, the training for this is really training that's concurrent with going along with doing all the things that we do in our specific MOSs at our unit. We're unique. We've got a combination. We've got special forces soldiers. We've got civil affairs soldiers, guys from the 82nd Airborne, guys from 18th Corps, 27th Engineers. So we've got a pretty good mix of soldiers coming from Fort Bragg.
How many of your guys have actually won matches today?
Let's see, today or the tournament?
Tournament period.
All right, so every one of our soldiers, as a team Fort Bragg, we're in 3rd place right now. We've won the championship back-to-back before in 2006 and 2007. Every one of our soldiers won at least 2 matches, with the exception of an injury. But all of our soldiers, we've brought 5 to today, all in the winner's bracket, and so far 2 have moved on to the finals tomorrow.
How does that make you feel as a coach to know that you have at least 2 guys going over to the next bracket?
Oh, it's great. I mean, we've got such good guys. You know, the guys train very hard to get here. They spend a lot of time. You know, you don't think about all the things that go into this. You know, leaving your family. We've got one soldier just had brand new little twins, and he's fighting to go to the finals tomorrow. He'll be fighting later on. And you've got the same situation at Fort Hood. We've got a soldier that we've pushed off some matches because his daughter was having surgery this morning. So there's a lot that goes into it, not just from the training, not getting beat up, all the other stuff, the injuries, but also family. I mean, you know, you're away from your own unit, you're away from your family back home. So there's a lot happening to get here. Sure. I mean, the biggest thing that we run into is unit support. We're very lucky at Fort Bragg. We've got a lot of unit support, just like they do here at Fort Hood. But there are a lot of units across the Army that don't have that. You know, getting the funding to send guys TDY to compete in an event like this, even though it is very high profile, there are some challenges. And getting that, for us, our biggest challenge is always going to be injuries. You train hard for an event like this. You want to be able to train hard without sustaining the injuries so that you can still do your everyday job, still be the 11 Bravo, or still be the Den Tech, or still be the CA person. So getting the time to do that, the unit support, those all play a huge role for us to get here.
What type of injuries do you normally see from tournaments of this size?
We've been lucky. We don't tend to run into major injuries. It's the normal stuff, the groin pulls, the wrists, the elbows, the floating ribs, get a little bumps and bruises, things like that. Every once in a while you get a twisted ankle or knee that, again, we've been very lucky. We've sustained very little major injuries in the past, and it's continued with this tournament. I don't think we've seen any major issues yet.
Is there anything else you would like to add for the public to know about what all goes into combative tournaments and how it makes you feel to be a coach, or if you want to inspire anybody else that's thinking about doing combatives or trying to be a coach? Is there anything else you would like to say?
Absolutely. You know, combatives it's really a great thing, because what combatives does, it doesn't matter what MOS you are, whether you're male, female, tall, short, you know, chubby, super skinny, doesn't matter. It's a great equalizer. So you come out, you get to experience combatives, and every single person that goes through combatives, whether it be a tournament, the actual Army training, they have a choice. And that choice is, do I close the distance and get to that objective? And in the end, that's what it is. Combatives is the embodiment of the warrior ethos, the willingness and the ability to close the distance with the enemy. And the enemy could be anything. It could be over in the sandbox and you're actually going after the enemy, or it could be an S1 that is just trying to get her paperwork done. That could be the enemy, but that willingness to do that, that's what combatives does. That's how it makes every one of us the same. So.
Alright, what's it been like fighting down here
for her?
It's been great. I know that they've been trying to keep the competition going, but I wish the format was a little bit different, but because some of our fighters had to wait a long time before they started fighting. But other than that, it's been good. A lot of support, you know, a lot of sponsors helping the fighters out. It's pretty good. I like it.
How do you feel about your win today?
I feel pretty good. It's a tough competition. The guy I was fighting was in the finals last year, you know, so I know it's not easy. Every year people are getting tougher and they're getting more skilled and bringing people from other sources to get prepared for these competitions, so everybody's tough here. So.
Did you have a game plan going into the fight today?
Oh yes, not get hit and not get submitted. No, but other than that, it's just impose your will. Don't let them establish their game plan on you, you know. So.
How long does it take to prepare for a match like this?
Well, it all depends. If you're a person that's been training throughout the whole year like some other pros do, I mean, it shouldn't take too long. But other people wait until they go through the post-competition, then they select the winners. After that, what they do is that those people start training for the competition. So a lot of them only get about 6 weeks. So
How long do you train?
about that much time. I wish I would have had more time, but I mean, I had great training partners, all kinds of skills in our gym, and it made us well-rounded.
What's your game plan for tomorrow? What are your expectations?
Well, I just want to establish my pace, just keep pushing the fight, make it a fast-paced fight, because they could be skilled, but if they get tired, you know, I can impose my will on them, try to break them. Oh, I know I'm going to win. Yes, I feel confident. Yeah.
They'll stay here.
Yes. Yeah.
What was that move you used to beat?
Oh, it was a straight arm bar from the guard. It's a level 1 technique. So for those of you that are doing level 1, all this stuff works, from the basic stuff you learn to the most advanced things. So. I just want to thank my training partners. They've been awesome, from helping me cut weight to prepare. My chain of command, my immediate chain of command, for supporting me. And
what kind of preparation did you do to get ready specifically for the fight?
Wrestling, judo, jiu-jitsu, boxing, kickboxing, circuit training, weightlifting. Everything professional athletes would do in order to prepare for a fight.
So pretty long days.
Yes, imagine 8 hours a day of working out.
How long have you been fighting before?
This will be my second All-Army tournament, second year.
How many tournaments have you won so far?
I won no tournaments. I've been second, third, and I guess I'll be going for third and fourth this year.
Sorry, I was watching that. How do you think you're doing today?
Well, my first fight, I wasn't doing so well. I went out there a little sluggish. You know, and then I took the L, you know, got injured in the process. I told myself I had to suck it up and do better next time, and I did.
So you won your second match?
Yes.
And you're fighting later today?
Hopefully not, but if so, oh well, so be it.
So if you just have these 2 matches today, do you advance tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
So you are advancing for tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. And what are your hopes for tomorrow?
My hopes is to keep my head clear, go into that ring and fight like the animal I am.
How do you prepare for such a fight like this?
Like these, such as slaps and stuff, I just prepare myself to, take the fight into my hands. You know, I have to be the one who wants to fight, so I take control of the fight in these.
Can you tell me a little bit about the matches that you went into today?
Today we were in pancration rounds, so we get to kick anywhere, knees to the waist and below, punches to the body, slaps, overhand slaps to the face. So it's a 10-minute round. You can do it win by tap out, knockout, or points and decision. And I won my first round by point or decision, I guess, and then the second round I lost by points. So yeah.
Going into looking at some of the footage that we actually have with you, can you tell us some of the moves that you actually do? Because you had a lot of good moves on some of these guys.
Basically, What I really like to do is catch them with the head down, and once they get their head down, they're looking at the mat, and your body has to go wherever your head goes. So they're just shucking them down, driving them into the mat. From there, I can try and get behind their hands, take their back, punch, punch, punch. They throw up a kick. I'm not a real good kicker or anything like that. I'm a wrestler, so once that leg is in the air, I'm just going to catch it, take you down for a double. I end up in their guard. I'm still on top of them, throwing some body shots, trying to slap them and get out of their guard and get back around to a more dominant position, slapping them and trying to get to submission.
How awesome is it to be like top 5 out of 300 and something odd people?
It feels real good because last year I came here and I went at the guys 125, female had to be like 140, and I thought I was going to do something, and I didn't. I went 2 and out, so I was like, okay, I got to get my head on straight. I dropped my weight down. I had to be 126, the guys were 110, and I just wanted to do a hell of a lot better than I did last year, and I did.
Overall, I'm going back to the woman thing because you represented for the women today. How do you prepare yourself to compete with men? Because you know they say women aren't on the same level. How does that make you feel?
That's like, I guess that's a little irk of mine. Either way, it's like I'm a female and I'm small. So, you know, I got little man syndrome or little woman syndrome. I always gotta fight. I've been wrestling since I was in high school, so I've always been a competitor. And once I got into the Army and seeing they had combatives, I just really jumped into that, and I love doing it. And whether it's a man or a woman, you know, one team, one fight, I'm gonna go out there. It's a personality trait. It has nothing to do with whether I have ovaries or testes. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna fight.
What kind of work did you do to prepare for this year's? I know you said you had to cut weight, but kind of walk us through from last year to here. What did you do?
Last year I just thought I was a BA. I was gonna go out there and I was gonna dominate, but these guys, obviously they cut from like bigger weights, so they were huge at 125. This year I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my weight down. In our 10th group unit, we have friggin' nutritionists and a gym there for us. So I talked to my nutritionist. She gave me an eating plan. I stuck with that, eating like a lot of proteins and cutting down on all the candy that I love to eat. Shut it down to just water and stuff. So I really just cut the fat, so I have to burn more. So I cut a lot of fat instead of just water weight until the very end, like the last 2 days. So I worked hard to get my weight down to that 125 because I was big before.
That was a big challenge for this year?
Yeah, pretty much. And then I was deployed. Well, not really deployed. I was on TDY for 2 months, so I only had a month to really get into fighting. So for about a month, from July 1st until we got here, I was training about 2 to 3 times a day, going with just a workout, cardio, and actual grappling and fighting to work on my moves.
How does that co-play with actual day-to-day activities as far as working and still being a soldier?
Well, I got the go-ahead from my unit, so in the mornings I would go to like a spin class, get my cardio done. I'd go right after that, I'd hit a combatives practice. I'd work there for about 2-3 hours. I'd go to work for about 2 hours, packing shoots and helping them out there. And then after that, for the end of the day, I'd go get like a strength training workout, eat a little dinner, and go to sleep because I'd be tired by then.
What's your actual MOS?
92 Romeo parachute rigger. I pack parachutes for airborne.
And what's been your favorite part so far this year's training?
My favorite part is that pancreation round. Like, it's hard, but it gives me a boost when, you know, the female's beating up on the dude. I can't help it. It's fun.
What advice would you give to anybody who wants to come in up here next year?
Just go out and do it. It took me 2 years to get as far as I did. Obviously, like, that first year is always going to be a shocker, a training round, but don't get discouraged. I didn't get discouraged. I went 2 and out last year. I came back this year with a game plan. So that's all you can do, is go out there, get the experience, learn from it, and put it to work the next time around.
Are you going for another one?
Oh, heck yeah. I'll be back. I might be doing some stuff, but as soon as I get a chance, I'll be back. Never quitting.
All right, you guys good?
Yeah.